I'm kind of tired of talking about Corona itself, okay? However, we're going to be talking about this current job market as a result of Corona for a while. And I saw an article that really inspired this teaching today, and it's Your Profession and the Pandemic. And what I want to do is, as I like to keep things simple, I want to give you 2 questions that will make sure that you have the proper perspective in looking at your profession in light of the pandemic. Lots of P's there, right? We got the pandemic, we got your profession, and we got perspective. All right, now, so let's talk about this because we've gotten this call. Well, Ken, I lost my job as a result of coronavirus, or I've been furloughed, and it's going to be a while before I come back, if I come back at all. And I'm just wondering, should I change careers? And I'm always very careful to say, okay, let's dig into why we're asking the question. And so read an article about this as well from another source. And I thought, okay, here's 2 questions. So the first question is, should I make a career change? This is not involving coronavirus, the pandemic. This isn't, should I make a career change because I lost a job? No, it's, should I make a career change? So prior to, let's just call it March, were you unhappy? Did you want to leave? Or were you just kicking around the idea of, I think maybe I want something new? So what we're doing here is this is the getting clear on the big picture first. Getting clear on the big picture. Where do I want to be in 15, 20 years? What's my dream job? That's what we're asking. So we ask that first, because when we get that answer, it gives us the perspective of, I was feeling this way prior to whatever coronavirus has done to my current position and done to my perspective. Okay? So you got to get clear on the long term. And that's why I teach what I teach, stage 1 of the 7 stages to living the dream, essentially climbing your mountain and reaching your Mount Everest, your dream job. Okay, stage 1 is getting clear. The 3 questions. What do I do best? That's your talent, hard skills, soft skills. What do I love to do most? This is passion. This is the work itself, the task or the function, the role gives me high emotion and I have high devotion towards it, right? So emotion, we understand that, the feeling, and the devotion, that's the amount of time I put into it, okay? And then the 3rd clarifying question is, what results matter most to me? That's mission. All of our work produces a result. So what are the results that we get fired up because we are producing these results? So that's what we've got to answer about ourselves in the get clear stage. And when we see the answers to those 3 questions, what do I do best? What do I love to do most? What results matter most to me? We see, oh, this is where they all come together in the marketplace. That's the sweet spot where it just looks effortless to others and it feels effortless at times to us. And we are maximizing our productivity and efficiency. That's the idea, the analogy of the sweet spot. When the ball strikes the bat in the sweet spot zone, maximum performance is going to go farther and faster. That's what you long for. So in the sweet spot, where all 3 of those come together, are multiple jobs and, frankly, career paths, okay? So we've got to answer that question first. Should I make a career change? Now, to that end, you need to be going to kencoleman.com and taking the free Should I Quit My Job quiz. This takes about 2 minutes, super short, and it's going to spit out a report. You're going to get a score or a report in one of 4 categories, and this will confirm what you were already feeling. Now, let's get to the second question. Should I make a career change because of the pandemic? So now this is the short-term thinking. So we talked about long-term, but let's talk about the short-term thinking. Now we got it. This has nothing to do with my long-term. See, the pandemic is a change in circumstances, a change almost in the marketplace, right? Because of the pandemic, people were pushed out of their jobs. So now you've got a short-term problem that needs a short-term solution. So if you say, all right, am I changing jobs because of the market? Then if the answer is yes, I actually know I don't want to change careers, but right now I may have to go into a completely different job in a sector of the marketplace because I've got short-term needs. So that's the difference. What I'm hearing from people is they're saying, hey, Ken, should I change careers because of the pandemic? And that's the wrong question. It should be, should I change careers? Big picture. Then we look at it and we go, do I need to change careers in the light of the marketplace disrupting me and pushing me out of the nest? So it's a short term. So it's really not even a career, it's a job. And that's the perspective I want you to have. Very different reasons. If I had to go do coaching right now, coach a basketball team or high school and go teach on that level, that would be a career change, but that would be a short-term deal. Short-term. It's not a change for the long term. It's a short-term pivot, if you want to call it that. Okay? So make sure you understand, if you're in that position, you're wondering, Ken, should I change careers? Keep it separate. Should I change career big picture? Was I unhappy before the pandemic? Did I want to change prior to the pandemic? Or am I now just saying, do I need to make a change because of the pandemic? Two very different questions. Long term, short term. So there you go.